What would you say to a young adult who may be feeling a call or doesn't know whether or not there's a call, or maybe doesn't know what their call might be?
Right. First I would want to encourage them that they have a call. Sometimes there can be kind of this language where we will say, you may have a vocation. No, you have a vocation. And again, I would kind of share a little bit from my experience is that God is intimately and wants to be intimately involved in our lives and wants us to share what is on our hearts and what is it that we want. And so I would say to ensure that they're spending as much time with the Lord as they can, increasing their going to Mass. If they go to Mass on Sundays, go to Mass one more time, during the week, praying the Rosary. All of those touch points are very important for growing in relationship. And that's really what I would say is that it is in relationship that we are called. And so wherever this young person feels that, if it's like definite or unsure, the place for them to be is practicing that regular prayer with Scripture with the Lord and asking Him for help, and also in community. Community is really important, and so if there's Bible studies or small groups that they can go to, that's really good as well. Serving, getting outside of ourselves. All of these are opportunities for us to connect to Christ and others. And also then to practice our faith. And so it is in the quiet, as well as in the interactions, as well as in the service and offering of our love for others. Those are the moments that we're going to experience those calls. And then I would definitely say that it is really good to, if they have a campus minister, if they are on campus and they haven't been to the Newman Center or the College Center, to go and be there and spend time with people. If they're not, to connect to someone at their parish. Even become friends and, bring a coffee to the priest or, one of the deacons or something like that, to find someone that can be kind of a holy guide for them. And then if they're definitely serious and they want to know what steps to take, then it would be good for them to, if I can put a pitch, just for our retreats. We do offer 1-day silent retreats throughout the year. One is on desiring God, and that is on just growing your prayer with Scripture. And then
when does that usually happen?
So that usually happens in early fall.
Okay.
And then we have one in December that's coming up, and that's discerning God's will, and that's the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius of Loyola, because we hear a lot of voices and or we hear things while we're praying or going throughout the day, and so it's helpful to discern where that's coming from and where to accept it or to reject it. And then we have one in February, which goes through the 3 modes of discernment from St. Ignatius, in the sense of it can happen that we know for certain that this is the Lord calling and we can go. But there's usually what it takes is some time, and there's a format that we can kind of go through and guide someone to. We have men's discernment retreats. And so we have these moments where we can help connect young people to the Lord. We have a discernment group, Verbum Tuum, where we can help them get the tools that they need in order to discern. And you can be either any of the young adults that you mentioned, whether someone is definite or unsure or kind of deciding, they can go to the Verbum Tuum discernment group and get a spiritual director, and they gain the tools that they need in order to move forward in discernment.
All of this is on the website.
That's right.
HoustonVocations.com.
That's right. Yeah.
So they just go onto the website, and what do they click there? It's like retreats? Is there retreats?
There's events.
Events.
Yeah,
okay.
They can click events, and that's where they can find it's like a list. And there's also a way to email us from the website. And so if they can't find what they're looking for, or they have questions, or they really are feeling they want to talk to someone, then they can email us and we can get them connected to Father Richard or Joelma.